Good morning. It is Thursday, September 5th. So there is nothing happening in the planets today. The only aspect that the moon makes is a quincunx to Saturn later this evening. That's kind of just like a little shift in the energy. But the moon's in Libra. Interactions with others should start lightening up since the Venus is moving away from the South Node now. But there ain't nothing going on. So this is definitely a day of pause. It is a day of reflection. It very well feels like an in-between day. There's some stuff building that we're likely to see kind of pop off over the weekend. But today is that day to kind of sit with things, okay? Energy of the day, it's Two of Swords. It's this crossroads moment where we really need to sit with our decisions. We need to make sure that we're listening to our intuition and that we're working through our thoughts to think about where we want to go from here, okay? So it's very much just an in-between. Crossroads is the best thing I can think of right there. We're focusing on temperance. How can we transmute the bad into something useful? How can we deal with the crap that we've been through in a way that gives us a new sense of power? How can we find our balance in the midst of the ugly that's going on in the world or that's going on in our individual lives, okay? What we are avoiding is the magician. We are not creating anything today. We are not doing anything with these ideas today. We are simply sitting in contemplation today. We are not trying to take action with anything today. Okay, now I'm gonna go on a story here. So I pulled my daughter out of school when she was 11 because her mental health was declining rapidly. She was starting to make threats to other students and it just wasn't getting better. There wasn't nothing that I could do was helping, nothing the teachers could do was helping. And I started having reoccurring dreams that she would become that kid, right? So I ended up pulling her out of school and started homeschooling her, which was the hardest thing in the world because I'm a single parent. Working full time. It was not easy, and I had spent several years in a constantly heightened state of anxiety, just trying to get through that. But it was the best move to make. Now, I want you to ask yourself, what drives a 14-year-old child to walk into a school and open fire on their classmates and teachers? What drove my 11-year-old daughter to making threats against other children? I think we all know the answer to that. We've known the answer to that since 1999 when Columbine happened. But ask your kids what they think would drive somebody to do that, would drive a child to do something like that. Ask your kids what they do when they see another kid picking on another kid. The fact is that, all these anti-bullying policies went in at these schools, but they don't do anything. They don't do anything at all. Because the majority of bullying is sarcastic comments, little put downs, eye rolls, dirty looks. Anti-bullying policies don't do anything about that. And those are the things that destroy somebody's mental health. So really sit today and think, what can you do differently in your life? What can you help your kids do differently in their life to be better for humanity, to help find a better balance in the world, to find more empathy and compassion? What can be done to transmute this ugliness into something useful and something that can really help humanity as a whole?